everyone. How are you? Finished watching Alone Season 9, Episode 1. It's back, folks. I'm super excited for the show. I love the series. These 10 contestants are in Labrador, Canada. They got to deal with polar bears, black bears, coyotes, and the harsh winter, cold environment weather they can get. And it proves because the very first night, 6 of the 10 contestants, all 6 of them got caught in a rainstorm. On the first night, they got dropped off there. $500,000, that's $500,000 goes to the winner. There's a person on the show called Benji. He's not there for the money. He don't want the money. He don't need the money. He's there to make history. He's there to break the record held by Season 4 winner, Roland Walker. That lasted 102 days to win on Alone Season 4. To date, he's the longest contestant to last that long. So, Benji's goal, beat 102 days. So, how he did that? He stocked up on body fat. He is apparently 90 pounds overweight. So, he said that's 90 pounds he can afford to lose. He also, he had bow and arrow with him. He got dropped off by a huge lake. He decided, you know what, after I make a makeshift shelter, he's going to go fishing. So he made a nice fishing rod out of a wooden log branch. No luck on the first day. He went exploring some. He found some berries, stocked up on those berries. He set up his makeshift shelter. His goal is to spend the first 30 days getting food and protein. Then after 30 days, he's going to make a permanent shelter. I don't know how it's going to go for you, Benji. He shot a squirrel, and he hit that squirrel, and the arrow came right out through the armpit. He smoked that over the campfire, cooked that right up, and ate that. On day 4, he caught 12 small brook trout from the lake. He decided not to ration that. He decided to eat all 12 fish up on the same day, on day 4. He added some flavor to it. He brought with him some Himalaya salt. That gives it some extra flavor, apparently. He's a pro archery competitor. And he's a hunting guide. So he knows how to survive in the wild. You meet Carrie. She is the second oldest competitor in the contest. She is 57 or 59 years old, can't remember. She landed roughly from the chopper. Like when she jumped off from the chopper, she landed hard, but she gave the double thumbs up, so the chopper took off. She explored for the first couple days, inland, walk around inland, see what she could find. Didn't find a whole lot. On day 2, she did manage to shoot a pheasant, a grouse, some type of pheasant. She missed it the first time, but then she waited out. Sure enough, that thing came out for the thick brush. Nailed it the second time, that bow and arrow. She cooked that out, gave it 29 grams of protein. She just made a makeshift shelter. She threw a tarp over a branch. Put some logs in that, stand up on both ends to keep the cold weather out from it. You meet Jessie. She's from Papoa Springs. She's 49 years old. She brought one badass looking machete. That thing's nice looking. She loves to eat bugs. And it showed her eating some earthworms she found. Ooh, that's nasty. I personally, I don't like bugs. I can't imagine me eating a bug at all. Maybe one of those chocolate grasshoppers. Just maybe if I got paid a lot of money for it. She's a survival instructor, and she spent 5 years in the Navy Army. So she's prepared physically and mentally for this contest. She landed in a swamp area. She came across some fresh bear prints, and she got spooked. And on the first night, she could hear a bear outside of her makeshift shelter, outside of her tarp. So she got scared, stayed up all night, and finally left. And she made a mistake. She left her bow and arrow out hanging on a piece of rope, hanging over a branch outside. She said, I gotta remember to keep that with me at all times. You meet June Pablo from Canada. He was born in Mexico, but he moved to Canada. He complained about going over so much deadfall and that. He kept complaining about it over and over. That's the only thing I didn't like about his introduction, how he complained right from the get-go. Kept tripping and stuff over the deadfall. He got prepared by doing this, by doing a 150-day solo challenge out somewhere in the wild. He lasted 90-some days, then he had to call it quits. He couldn't go no further. He found some fresh bear poop. He studied it, got excited, because he's got 2 goals. 1, shoot a bear right off the get-go, because I'll give him a lot of meat to last him. And 2, to live off the body fat. He put on extra weight. That's his goal. He heard a squirrel somewhere while he was making his makeshift shelter. He got excited, grabbed his bow and arrow. He did not find the squirrel, but he came across some rusty tin cans. So he took those tin cans and he made a chimney pipe thing, like a pipe from them. He punctured it through the tarp. So he's got like a makeshift chimney now. He put some dirt around it to hold it in place and that. And some clay he found. It's pretty neat looking how he made it from those rusty cans he found. Which, by the way, like they said, if you find anything in the wild, rusty cans, rusty nails, you name it, you can use it. You meet Argor. He's 39 years old. I hope I get this right. He's part American, part French, part Egyptian, and part Russian. Wow. He got worn out going for the thick brush and that. He took the first 4 days, search of where he landed at. He went so far inland the first 4 days to try to find a perfect spot for his permanent shelter. That's his first goal, to make a permanent shelter. He decided on a good spot, folks. Back where he got dropped off at from the chopper. That's right. Even he said, I spent the first 4 days looking for a good spot and was right here where I got dropped off at. He says, close to the lake. I could fish that for fishing that in the water. He said, I got some rocks in that. He said, which is good to have. The only problem is when he's going to build it, he doesn't have no like trees overhanging over, like above that overhanging to keep the cold rain and that out away from him. That's the only downside for where he's building it at. Unless he decides to change his mind. He said he might change his mind. The last contestant you meet is Jakar. He's from Alaska. He brought a sleep bag with him. He decided while he's sleeping to whistle some kind of tune. So he does that every time he sleeps for the first 4 days. When it shows him in the sleep bag, he's whistling that tune. While he was on day 3, he found a bear poop. He got excited because he wants some bear meat. Well, he found out how fresh that bear poop was, folks. He got that stuff of a branch in his hands, and he was going like this with it. He's like, this is pretty fresh. Still sticky and wet. He said, that's fresh. He said, so this beer's close. He said, that's a good sign. But the bad part is, it's close to where I want to build my shelter. So he's thinking about debating to stay or move his shelter further away for the deer sign. On day 4, he woke up and saw a squirrel outside of his tarp shelter there. So he got his bow and arrow quietly and shot the squirrel. And also on the same day, he killed a pheasant. He lost the pheasant. It took him quite a bit, but he finally found it. It was dead in some thick brush and that. He finally found it. So he cooked the squirrel up, cooked the pheasant up. He has some meat there, folks. So there you have it. For the first 6 contestants, I like Benji. I like Argor. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool fella. I like Jessie, but already on day 1, she's scared of a bear. Like she said, she's gonna overcome that fear. So I hope she does. I hope that's not the reason why she quits, because I've seen on loan a few times something quit when like a bear comes into the camp and that they call it quits. So hopefully she's not the first one gone. That's why. Because I like her. I think she has what it takes to win the contest. Her, Benji, and Jakar. I think they got what it takes, folks. But next week's episode, we meet the other 4 contestants. Let's see how they're going to do. Let me know below if you watched Alone Season 9, Episode 1 premiere. What you thought of the 6 contestants, who you think's going to win the $500,000. I don't like to, personally, me, I'd love to see Benji beat the record. I like to see that happen, but if he's going to spend the first 30 days just gathering food and not worried about building a permanent shelter, that could come back and bite him in the butt. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.